Hello, hello. We are back again for another edition of interviews at the stage. And today we have, my name is Zeppelin. Today we have that doesn't matter. Listen, today we have
Agreed.
an extremely special guest with us.
Oh, I like special.
I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself because I feel like no one can introduce you like you.
Ooh.
So let me go ahead and introduce yourself to the world.
Hey y'all,
There we go.
it's the one and only, sorry, no. Janae Music here. Hello, hello.
So is the music actually part of your name now?
It is,
Okay, 'cause-
I want, you know how everybody has like an alter ego where
Yes.
it's like, you know, that artist name?
Mhm.
But for me, because a lot of my music is just like a reflection of like thoughts and feelings and everything that I'm going through, I just said, my persona is still me. It's just me with music. So, you know, my personal self is Janae, but then musically, I'm Janae Music.
Janae Music. Well, when I met you, you were Janae,
Yes, I was.
and it feels like forever ago.
You want to know something?
What's that?
Actually, what you did for me
Yeah.
is actually what got me here.
Wow.
Yeah, like before you,
Yeah.
there was no music. I hadn't recorded any of my own music. I didn't do anything. That was literally like the first time that I really like got into music. So yes, kudos to you.
Well, that's special, man, because you had us all fooled. So I'm gonna give you all the story, right? So this is my senior year at Georgetown University, and we put on a competition of sorts. It was called Battle of the Voices, and so we went to the different colleges in the DMV, Georgetown, UMD, American,
Trinity.
and GW. And so, for anybody who lives in the DMV, y'all know that like getting to Trinity via public transportation, there was like Lyft and Uber weren't really a thing back then
Right.
like that. So we had to take public transportation, had to bring all of our cameras and all of that in order to get to Trinity University. And we were like, man, we just hope somebody shows up.
People showed up.
At the time, we didn't know because it was so far getting out there.
Yeah.
And it may have been one of those things where, like, we might have come the day before, went to another school the day before, and, like, nobody came. So it was like,
Aw.
we was like, man, we just hope somebody shows up. And so we get to the audition, and you come in, and I think your son was with you, wasn't he?
He was.
Your son was with you.
He was.
And I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what you got. And I'm trying to, let me see if I remember. You remember the record that you did? The song that you auditioned with?
I probably did, because I always did this song. I
Yeah.
think I did Emotional Roller Coaster.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yup. if I can find that, we're going to put this in the interview. I feel like it's still out there. I might be able to find it.
You'll find them drinking at the table, rolling dice and staying out till 3. You'll never find them being unfaithful, 'cause you'll find him next to me. You'll find them trying to chase the devil, for money, fame, or power out of grief. You won't find him where the rest will go, 'cause you'll find him next to me. Next to me, ooh, next to me, ooh, next to me, ooh, and you'll find him next to me. When the money's spent and all my friends have vanished, and I can't seem to find no help or love for free, I know there's no need for me to panic, 'cause I'll find him next to me. And when the skies are gray and all the doors are closing, and the rising pressure makes it hard to breathe, when all I need is a hand to stop the tears from falling, I'll find him next to me. Next to me, ooh, next to me. Ooh, next to me. Ooh, I will find him, I'll find him next to me. Thank you. That's it. I've grown so much since then.
But it's always cool to see the backstory. So anyway,
Yeah.
you are the choice from Trinity, and then obviously, you know, we did the competition. We got the opportunity to kind of get to know each other a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of everything that you've done.
Thank you.
And
Insane.
the persistence. Hold on, we on you. And the persistence that you've had, because not everyone who starts is willing to continue to keep going.
Yeah.
No matter the adversity, no matter what's going on. And you kept going and you kept pushing. And I think that's so admirable.
Thank you so much.
So I definitely wanted you to know that I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And that is why you are here, so that the world now can get to know about who Janae Music is.
I appreciate it.
So give us the breakdown, give us the background. How did Janae Music get into becoming an artist? Where did that come from?
I just told y'all. Say nah. Well, yes, originally the collegiate competition was actually really, really fun for me. And honestly, I just felt so alive. And the night, like the day of the performance, I was not feeling well. But even though I didn't feel well, honestly, I was just so excited to be there, and performing just felt so great. It was just, honestly, it was a really, really great experience for me. And I realized that, like, this is what I want to do. Like, I totally want to perform. My sister has always been like a huge fan of mine. So like growing up, she's always forced me to sing. And even like when I don't want to sing, she'll be like, I'll give you $5. And y'all know as a kid, $5 is a lot of money. So I'm like, I'm getting paid to sing. So after that, I was like, if she could pay me to sing, somebody else can pay me to sing. I'm gonna get paid to sing.
Sure.
So that was the start. Honestly, it really was the start.
Wow.
And then because of all the judges and stuff there, the connections that I was able to make, I would record it like one of the first things that I worked on at House.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, House Studios.
Okay. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I was like, dang, like I could do this. And it just felt like home. So I just continued on. And then I started really buckling down, actually recording some things.
Okay.
And I started writing more. And it just was like, nah, you got to do this seriously.
Yeah.
Now, of course, life has had its obstacles, and it's just been like, you know, figuring out how to get there, because I haven't figured it all out yet. But you know, I feel like once I learn something, I'm learning as I go.
Sure.
And once I learn something, I'm taking that, moving forward, pushing through. So.
Very cool. So what would you say is like, what is the goal for you now? Obviously, when you first start, you're just trying to like, I just want to do this thing, I want to figure it out. But now that you're at a point, you know, you've been doing it for a few years, you put out music, you have music videos, you've been able to make connections. What are the goals for you now that you've set?
So one thing my dad always told me is that, like, you know, the same thing that people say, you know, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Of course, did I say it wrong?
No, something.
Oh, shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars. Okay, you could have corrected me.
I didn't know it. I was still thinking about our conversation about Mercury earlier, and I'm just trying to stay away from there.
I didn't want to talk about the universe, because it's going to get me.
I was just like, shoot, and just stay the hell away from Mercury retrograde. So, yeah, just do that, but don't go there.
Okay, so it's shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars, right?
Yes, if you miss, you'll land in the stars.
Yes. So honestly, that's the goal for me, like being, you know, reaching, you know, that stardom mentality. But honestly, so, and this is really, really like not business savvy at all. And someone told me recently, like, that's not even business like. Like you want to run a business and it's not even business like. But for me, it's really about community and giving back. So I really want to, of course, reach the level of stardom, but it's more so to feed into the community. You know, kids and everybody around you, they always want to be, you know, affiliated with, you know, celebrities or famous people.
Absolutely.
Especially rich people. And I'm hoping that financially I'll be in a place to be able to fund programs that I want to do. So the money that I earn from music will fund that. So that way I don't have to get government funding or funding from other places, because a lot of those fundings come with rules and regulations. And I feel like sometimes they don't know what we need. So I want to be able to have the room to give what I believe we need, and then if it's not working, then we be able to make changes and not have funding snatched from us because it's not progressing the way that we want it to.
Sure.
It's just about really trying to make a change in the community and just trying to offer things that we don't have, and that's really the biggest thing for me. So my goal is to restart them so that I can just kind of feed it back into the community. And somebody was like, well, how are you going to have a business where you're not going to make any money off of it? And I'm like, that's not the point of it. The point of the music was, I mean, yes, essentially it is a nonprofit. I just want to have the funding from my music instead of from the government.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
What are you working on right now? Like, what is kind of the, I guess, the creative space that you're in?
Oh, actually, so right now I am working on 2 projects. So the thing about it is, recently when I went away and I went to Atlanta, I discovered that I can rap.
Okay.
Yeah, I got bars. I got bars.
Give me a hot 16 right now. Go. What you got for me?
Can I curse?
Of course. I would only hope that you do.
Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna pull something that's gonna be on my upcoming joint because now I'm thinking of.
You gotta act like it's a freestyle. Like, don't tell them that. Just be like,
well, baby, I just learned how to rap.
It's all, yeah, but you have like.
This is new for me.
This is off the dome right here.
Oh, all right. Dang. I like checks that's blank, dates at the bank. I'm a different rank, attitude is stank. They smoking loud and they smoking dank. We so loud that they got a noise complaint. Tell them turn it down cause I'm coming through. And I'm hungry now so I eat your food. I'm not giving grace, I'm blessed like had choose. You can't take my place, you can't wear my shoes. Got so busy being cool that a bitch turned cold. Reporting my news but that shit's so old. I done been moved out in my old house so you can bend the truth. But I ain't never gonna fold. Prettier than a Barbie and the bitch can never play with me. Flexing in a Rari and I'm going 180. That's a quick turnaround. Bitch, can you hear me now? I'm sprinting to the money, but I got Verizon on speed dial. You in my business? Don't do that. You trying to check for me while I'm running up a check? When I'm in Atlanta, I'ma do the bank head bounce. Lit bitch from DC, a rich bitch in the South. I'ma need a chain, how they screaming my name. I don't mind the fame, guess it came with the game. Picture perfect beauty, body busting out the frame. Trying to ride my way, baby, stay in your lane.
Skirt! Hey.
Okay, hype me, give me a little bit.
Okay, with the bars off top,
okay,
freestyle.
you know.
So you just learned that you had another talent.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so how is that now about to manifest itself?
So as of right now, so one of the producers that I've been working with, he was just telling me he was like, when you write, man, you be writing little slick stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, you need to just rap it. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, just try it. So then one day I started writing, and I recently put out a single called Options. And so it's been doing really well. So then I was like, okay, so maybe this rap thing is a thing. So I started rapping, and now I just been like, all right, this is on the rap side. Cause you know, with R&B it's that emotion, you know? So a lot of times I feel like it's just like, okay, it's my ups and downs. But with rap, I feel like I get to just be real raw and uncut, like, ha! Let me tell you. So for me, it's like I'm gonna talk my shit in my rap. So that's where I got. So now I'm working on 2 projects. One is supposed to be a rap project, and then the other will be an R&B project. So the songs that I performed will be on the R&B project.
Are we going to see any level of merging the two, a la Lauryn Hill, a la Drake, a la... Because you can really sing, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, when we was in here, we was like, man, like, you a vocalist. Like,
Thank
people,
you.
they don't like sing like that. Like, and I got respect and love for all the, like, the R&B.
Yeah.
But, like, when you talk about people who can sing, like, you can do that.
Thank you.
So I think that are we gonna get any of the merging of the two, where we hear like the bars, but then like on the hook, like you really going in?
Well, you know what? I'm trying. So like recently I just did a song, and I guess I kind of see where it belongs. Because when I get into modes like that, it's like, all right, if I do both, it's like, dang, what project do it go on, right? So one of them is like, the hook is singing, it had the first verse, and then the second verse, I started rapping. And I don't know why, but it just told me to rap.
Yeah.
So I did. I think it's gonna go on the R&B project, just because it's mostly singing. But when you say Lauryn Hill, that's such a challenge, right? Because it's just like, she do like real shit. And I love her, like, just not just vocally, but just like her rapping, it just always feel like it's just real life stuff. And I haven't tapped into that just yet. Not confidently.
Okay.
So when I get there, definitely, I definitely will. But right now, I feel like, you gotta know. I just feel like you gotta know your place. While you progressing, I can progress and get to certain levels and stages. But while I'm at where I'm at, I gotta perfect where I am.
Sure.
And I'm not going, act like I just got it all together. It's all a process.
I feel that. No, that's real. How do you feel about because we came up in the DMV area.
Yeah.
How do you feel about our music scene here? Like, because we both obviously on different sides, kind of been through it. You on more of the artist side, me and more of the business and production side. How do you feel about our scene at home?
I think that we have some really, really amazing and talented artists. Like, oh my God, I love so many people from here. Like, I listen to their music and I'm like, yeah, we lit. I think that it's a challenge though. I feel like, for our scene, it's difficult to branch out because we're our own mecca. So it's like, you can be like a reigning champ here, and you're gonna be the reigning champ here. And it's just like, it's harder. I think that because DC is such an area where we are like on top of the world anyway, it really feels like, where are you gonna go? You made it. Where you gonna go? And so I think that there's the people that are like in higher positions who haven't connected people outside because there is no outside for them. And so I think that, the scene needs more of those connections outside so that it can spread. Because I really feel like we have so many talents here. It's crazy. Like, it's like, I know so many people that are like amazing. And I'm like, I really enjoy their music. I enjoy their artistry just in terms of like their visuals. The grind is real. And everything is just like so relatable, of course, because, I'm from here. But again, I think that the scene, we just need some connections. I've seen someone actually, they asked about, this is when, what's the Clubhouse was hot.
Oh, yeah.
And then so they had like a little room or whatever, and they was just like, who are the gatekeepers of the DMV?
Yeah, I might have been on that call.
And it's so crazy because it's like, really, it's like, there is no gatekeeper, because a gatekeeper would mean that I can connect you to the outside world, right? And so it's like, but who do we know that can connect us to the outside world? And if there isn't anyone that can connect us to the outside world, then there is no gatekeeper. So the way, as of right now, I feel like we all have to kind of like push each other. And it would be cool if, everybody could get behind, like 3 artists and be like, all right, these are the ones we're going to push. But it's so many of us, so I feel like it's so hard to figure that out. Like, who are we going to support? Who are we going to get there? I feel like everybody's so scattered, hoods and, just everything separated by the quadrants and stuff like that. So for me, it's just like, I can't ask of nobody what I can't provide. So I step out. I'm like, I'm going to go venture off and go to other areas and get to know people and see people and stuff like that. So whatever connections I make, I can bring it back to the people that I know. So.
No, that's real. And obviously, like you said, you've been spending some time down in Atlanta. And the thing that like, I feel like why folks like we're able to do well in other places because we recognize like the things that they have that we don't have here. So you're like, oh man, like we don't have these opportunities, or we don't have the ability to be working in the studio and Sean Garrett is in the studio next door.
Yeah, because everybody there.
Exactly.
You know what's another thing that I feel like might be in our way too here?
What's that?
The venues. A lot of venues here are super pricey. Like everything here is the bar minimum is a astronomical amount, right? And then it's like any venue you try to go to have an event, it has to be on like a weekday in order for you to be able to afford it. If it's on a weekend, you're short. And so one thing I realized, like in Atlanta, so many people get so connected to so many venues, and they have so many showcases and shows because they can get venues. Their venues aren't super expensive, and unfortunately here it's like all of our venues are like the prices are skyrocketed. So it's hard for people to even have something for us because we can't even afford to put it together.
Infrastructure support is definitely important. Venues, radio, all of those things within the city coming together in order to help push the artist is extremely important. But like I said at the beginning of the interview, I think that you've done a very admirable and inspirational job
of
being resilient throughout your entire career. I'm very excited to hear this new lane of the rap. And, I heard the record. And when I reached out to you, I meant to be like, yo, are you gonna do any rapping? And I didn't remember until
I didn't know if I could.
Yeah. I remember.
You should have told me. I'd have slid that in there.
Oh nah, that was fire. Because that's what stood out. I was like, oh, okay, so she's rapping now. 'Cause I know the
Oh,
singing,
man.
she's rapping now too. Okay, that's fire. But, you know, y'all got a little taste right here, you know what I'm saying? You got
Just a little bit.
I'm saying a little vibes. So as we get ready, you know what I'm saying, to close out 2021, what are the goals you've set for yourself? What for this year? I know you're working on the projects, but what else can the people expect from Janae Music?
So I'm trying to collaborate with more artists. That is a big thing for me. I would really like to work with other people for a while. Initially, I did start doing that. Like, I would do features and stuff for people. But right now, I'm really in a space where it's like, I'm working on my own music. I would love to work with other artists just to kind of, you know, connect with them, get them, let's all branch out. Like, whatever I put out, I can promote your stuff, you can promote my stuff. So that's a big thing for me. I want to start working with other artists. And I'm trying to get on bigger stages. I want to start opening for, you know, larger audiences and for, you know, opening for bigger artists. But, you know, again, that'll come once the, you know, pandemic stuff eases out. Once those doors open, then I'll try to, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I connect with the right people and have conversations with the right people so that way I can reach those opportunities.
For sure. Well, I definitely believe they're gonna come your way.
Thank
definitely
you.
gotta have more music. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming.
As long as you dropping consistently and giving us the product,
It's
I feel
coming.
like the people gonna gravitate towards it. Let everybody know where they can find you at. You know what I'm saying? How they can tap in with you.
Okay. You can find me everywhere at Janae Music. It's Janae Music. You can't find me on Facebook because somebody just hacked my Facebook.
Goddamn.
I know. I don't even know. And listen, let me tell you.
Hacking Facebooks?
You,
What are we doing
and
here?
listen, they done changed the little language on there into like Arabic, and it's some lady's picture with her head wrap on, and I said,
She said, "This is my account."
okay. But the thing is, I don't think you can change my name because see, I made my Facebook back in like middle school,
Facts.
and then I connected my music page to it. So it's been, and now so it has a big following on it, but it's connected to my Instagram. So what happened was they took the Facebook, right? But because I made it in middle school, I don't know the daggone email. I don't have access to that email. I can't get into nothing. So I don't have Facebook, so y'all not gonna find me on there no more. I'll remake another one and kind of get back to the business.
Okay.
But my Instagram was connected to it. They tried to hack the Instagram, but because Instagram is new for me, I was like, got you.
Gosh.
Can't get this one.
Sir,
This one is
me.
mine.
I got you. Okay.
But yeah, I'm also on Twitter.
Good.
I'm very fun and lively. I'm very me on Twitter. So if you judgy, don't follow me.
Any TikToks? You on TikTok?
I do have a TikTok.
Okay. What's the top? You know what I'm saying? What's the TikTok? Are we seeing any dances? You and your son doing any dances on
You
there?
know what? Honestly, I haven't really gotten into my TikTok that much because I'm trying not to get addicted.
Okay.
And I know once I get in it, I'm gonna be in that thing.
Yeah.
But I do videos though, so I have done like some reels on Instagram, and they've been so fun, y'all.
Yeah.
So I already know that TikTok is gonna be.
I think you would like TikTok. It has
Think so?
a great algorithm too. Yeah, as far as like people who are really talented. That's
Okay.
what I've seen. People who are like really good at what they do.
Okay.
TikTok is a great platform for them.
All right,
so.
I'm gonna be on TikTok soon. I think mine is like I want to say it's Janae Music 1124. Because 1124 was my last project that came out.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Janae Music, everyone, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
And stay the hell away from Mercury retrograde. That's a wrap, man.
Appreciate it.